Current year politics and video games. We discuss in 60 seconds.
This is the W2 Report with Sanji Homura. Here's Sanji.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another exciting episode of the W2 Report. I am your host, Sanji Homura. Today, we go over the ground rules while a dog hunts for rabbits, but there's no rabbits in sight.
Rule number 1, don't be a dick. Rule number 2, if you have questions, please refer to rule number 1. Also, if you're trying for that particular meeting, I would have either gone the entire turkey and said ferret, quiet, or replace the R's with W's. Be very, very quiet. Rabbits. See, you did it correctly on rabbits, and then you missed it out the second time. Rar, learn how to type incorrectly, please. If you're gonna do it right.
Well, the only reason why I typed it correctly the second time was because there was no rabbit in sight.
No rabbits in sight. It doesn't matter. That dog wasn't looking for a rabbit anyway. That critter right there was looking for mommy's chicken.
Let's bring on our panel today. First off, as usual, our third man in the ring, Mr. Thomas.
Be very, very quiet. I'm hunting pronouns.
And as always, we have Mr. Vaughn.
I still keep forgetting the rules. Is there a rule about pronouns there, or is there no rule there about that?
There is no rule about pronouns because nobody here actually gives a shit what you think your pronouns are.
That's good to know. I'll tell my therapist.
All right. Our fifth man in the ring, we have Mr. Lindgren.
Hello.
We have Lindgren, who is currently in the back of the cave for some reason. We don't know why, but
it's just anticlimactic.
Well, how about
never got anything.
How about numero 6 back there? I'm sure we've got one more.
Yes, we do have a missing hoagie on staff today.
Hello.
Hey, you can't copy the other guy.
he's not quite. Apparently, he's not quite toasted enough. We will
put him back in the oven.
Over the course of this live stream, I suspect that will change.
Well, don't worry. You're still my hero.
Ooh.
Well, if you take a bite, I'll burn the roof of your mouth.
One.
Hey, Raz.
Hey, Raz. How you doing? Welcome to the chats.
Right.
Our story today.
Was originally going to be about a game called Dustborn, but Nexus Mods became a self-fulfilling prophecy this week when they decided to ban pronoun mods.
Yep. If you want to take the pronouns out, Nexus Mods will not let you download it from there.
Oh, it gets worse, by the way.
Did ModDB get that one too?
What?
Did ModDB take that one down too?
No, it gets worse, by the way.
Huh?
they will actively remove the accounts of people who upload that mod.
Ooh. See, now that's just rude, crude, and obnoxious.
Well, the story begins with a post on their feedback forums. It says, "Don't ban people modding out LGBTQ community propaganda from Starfield like Nexus did with Spider-Man. It's simple. People are allowed preferences, and if we prefer to mod out unnecessary bullshit from a game, that's our prerogative, and it's not up to Nexus management to decide what people can and cannot do with their own property."
Except that they've been doing this for years now, you realize. Lovers Lab exists because Nexus mods won't allow some things.
Oh, yes.
And that's before we start talking about the adult stuff. Okay.
My mom says I'm not old enough for the adult stuff.
Your mom probably should probably learn how to let go.
She doesn't
Well-
know how.
Well, Loviel from Nexus Mods happened to have responded to this post saying it's been covered many times before and it isn't something we're talking about or working on right now.
Case
I was like-
closed.
I was like, what the hell? I was like, what the hell? I know Nexus Mods has had a history of banning people just because they think outside of current year politics.
Because they do this, and they're still doing this.
They're still doing this by the fact that they sent an email to
Blow this up, please.
a modder.
Blow this up, please.
All right, I will blow this up. I will blow this up.
Blow, blow, blow.
Well, if you insist.
I will blow this up.
Oh, my.
Oh, come on, Claude. You get with your program. If you sucked any harder, I'd probably enjoy it.
I certainly would.
Nigger.
Oh, this typical response.
We
It's a very
reserve
nice
the right to
response.
host or not host, whatever, content, blah, 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 blah.
I don't think it says blah.
Well, they've been feeding bullshit for years, so it
We
doesn't
do
matter.
we do not want to host mods that remove diversity from a video game. You know what? I have questions. How are you removing diversity from a video game that had what some people like to think of as diversity shoved into it? You're putting it. You're returning to something of a standard. Okay.
Well, actually, there's a little complication to this. Let me do a thing.
Can we go back to that actually? Because I actually had something quite interesting for that one.
Okay. Go back to that. Go back to here.
Just back to the email. That's all. So I actually think they're actually being very diverse if you think about it, because Nexus mods are, I think they're like an American-based thing, but the great, okay, and not good are Italian, if you can see the colors.
Actually,
yeah.
They're very diverse.
They're British. We already know that.
Well, there we go. It's still diverse.
Yeah, and it said, quote, "We reserve the right to host or not host whatever content we want on our own website." I was like, dude, we do not want to host mods that remove diversity from a video game. If that upsets you enough that you no longer want to use our site, here's what pisses me off. If that upsets you enough that you no longer want to use this website, quite frankly, your presence here will not be missed.
Nope. Dude's not wrong, actually.
He's
He's
not
not.
wrong. He's not wrong. But on the other hand, though,
The attitude.
the attitude needs to be improved.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I agree. But if you're going from a position of strict truth, yeah, nobody's going to miss the guy. They're really not.
So how would you rate that reply? Would you rate that great, okay, or not good?
I would rate it not good.
I would
That's
rate,
just because that.
I would rate that what a fucking moron.
That's not one of the options.
Yeah, well, this sort of a response to part of the product would be would be you with the keyboard, put it down, reach into your desk, get all of your shit, get the fuck out of my building.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
that's
rated
what I
plus
would do.
ungood.
With this. Won't be missed. Yeah, okay. Well, do you know how much that person brings in? No. And you should probably not scream until after you find out. Not that
Do you want?
not that our man with from Nexus Fund Support is wrong per se. Nobody will miss that guy once he fucks off. If he fucks off. If you make him fuck off, that's going to be something else entirely. But I think what I would do is the guy with the academic email there. Yeah, he needs to like not be making money from this source now.
Do you
Well-
want Gamergate? Do you want Gamergate 2.0? Because this is how you get Gamergate 2.0.
It really is. Although once again, that was ethics and games journalism, and we done figured out a while ago that there weren't any there in the first place. So it's kind of hard to teach it to them now.
Yeah,
Well,
unethical journalism is a long-standing tradition.
That being said, they've actually more or less been minding their P's and Q's over the last several years, mostly because they're afraid. They seem to be scared that they're going to get hammered again like they were in 2014, 2015.
Hammer time.
But like all good movements, at least the ones that don't wind up being part of the grift, once Gamergate got its way, well, at least for the most part, it kind of moved into the background and it's just sitting there. It's sitting there off the starboard bow going, yeah, we're watching.
Well, it just so
We're not
happens that.
shooting at you, but we are paying attention.
Well, it just so happens that one of the administrators, actually, it's the webmaster himself of Nexus Mods, happened to weigh in on this. He said, quote, "Our policy of this sort of content is laid out in this news post, specifically paragraph 3." Well, what is paragraph 3? Shall we take a look?
Does it say don't be a dick?
Paragraph 3. In regards to the replacement of pride flags in this game or any game, our policy is thus: we are for inclusivity. We are for diversity. If we think someone's uploading a mod on our site with the intent to deliberately be against this inclusivity and or diversity, we will take action against it. The same goes for people attempting to troll other users with mods deliberately to cause a rise. For our part, we will endeavor to do a better job of moderating our website to this ethos ourselves. I think that's bullshit.
Yes, because they're actually excluding a part. They're actually excluding a substantial chunk of their audience.
Yeah.
Well, not only that, gentlemen, but here's what they did to a no pronouns mod themselves. They not only removed the mod, but this user here, xcaba86x, he just so happened to have gotten banned from the website.
Oh God.
Same with the Spider-Man modder.
Yep, the one that I remember there was a big to-do about that. No, okay, well, you don't want pride flags all over your shit. I don't care. It's fine. You can. Your mod is over there. Okay, have fun.
And
Yeah,
how would
this
you rate
just
that
goes-
reply?
Actually, this just goes to show that the Italian diversity was purely performative.
Yes.
Damn it. You're letting the slide down.
Oh, yikes, Raz.
These stances are so odd. They're mods. They don't affect anyone else's game.
Yeah. They're all
But here's
optional.
Here's the thing, though, gentlemen. The
ModDB did something similar. Has been pulling similar shit.
yeah, they also removed the pride flag thing from ModDB.
Raz, I don't believe so. I don't think that the guy that's in charge of it now was the guy that was in charge in the beginning.
No, he passed it down to his son.
Oh well, that explains a lot.
I could be wrong.
A whole lot. Like the general juvenile attitude of the site now and its mods.
It's not all bad though, because Carv86, he's got 19 kudos.
Ooh.
Yeah, and
Things are looking up.
That thing is gone too. And they're also removing all discussion of anything pronouns related to Starfield.
I can see sort of why. Like I get it, kind of. I think the way they're going about it's all wrong though.
Yes, I would agree. That conversation is actually one that should be had. Driving it underground is not going to help.
Yeah, exactly. I think it is a conversation that they need to have. I think literally them going, no conversation from us is probably not the best option.
Yeah, the more they try to stifle this, the more animosity they're going to build up.
Yeah.
Then it's going to hit a fever pitch, and you're going to get jackasses coming in.
500 uploads of the same goddamn mods, what you're going to get.
Yeah.
They're going to keep going at a rate in which you can no longer stop them.
Yeah, and speaking on behalf of the Jackass community.
Actually, speaking on behalf of the Jackass community, well, they could theoretically ban all mods from Starfield.
Okay, first off, why don't you let Thomas finish there or something?
Sorry.
It's not true.
Go first. You let it go. What were you going to say, Thomas?
And here's a thing that I just thought of, and it may or may not apply here, but for the purposes of the sketch, I'm going to go with it. Remember the court case regarding the Colorado baker who refused to put a certain statement on a cake?
Yes.
Now, let's switch that around here. What we're having is we have a similar situation. We have people who are putting messages, or in some cases taking them out, as the case may be, in a known medium. Whereas with the bakers, the LGBTQ, RESP, ECT, find out what it means to me crowd, said, bake the cake, or you're a bigot. Why not do the same thing here, or turn around and say, allow the mods, or you're a bigot? Because what they're doing is by trying to focus on inclusivity and diversity, they are doing the exact opposite. And there's a little something that will happen that we've already touched on, a little something called the Streisand effect. That what will happen is the more they try to push it down and try to tamp it down, the more people are going to find out about it, the more people are going to raise hell, and then before you know it, it becomes a much bigger issue that cannot be contained in a press release.
Yep, and that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to press release it now so that they can just call. Well, that was our policy. This was our policy then. It's still going to be now.
And it was that moment that he realized they fucked up.
Yeah.
The main killing difference is that the cake incident was contract work, and the baker refused to sign the contract for that work.
Well, actually, you know what? Here's the fun part. In a court of law, the baker said they were more than happy to bake the fucking cake. They didn't want to decorate it.
And that's just the icing on the cake.
Yes, but enough about hockey.
They were more than happy to bake the cake as long as they didn't have to put the wording on. And they said, we'll even, and that baker, bending over backwards for these fuckers, said that we need to give them the supplies and templates to do it themselves.
That's
He
fair.
just didn't want, the baker just didn't want to do this on the thing.
Yeah.
For moral reasons.
I kind of get that, you know.
Actually, hold on just a second, gentlemen. Here is Nexus Mods. Here's a post on the Steam forums regarding the whole incident. I'm going to remain as neutral as I'm going to be quoting here. I'm going to remain as neutral as possible because this isn't about the side you agree with. Censorship in any form is both wrong and inherently dishonest. Not only that, but given the circumstances, the implementation here is highly hypocritical. This person has been creating, uploading, and downloading various content from this website for over 10 years. He has paid subscriptions. He has been paid by supporters and enjoy many hours of both creation and exploration. But I absolutely refuse to contribute to this insanity. We're talking about a website that actually hosts pornography. A website that allows mods to turn your Skyrim character into an actual prostitute. And yet, with this statement, this blatant disregard for their own users, they've chosen to pull a power move because they believe that their website, being the behemoth that it is, will withstand the backlash. This doesn't end with pronouns. It didn't end with Spider-Man. And the slippery slope that we're witnessing isn't going to stop here. That is why he urges you to simply do as they tell you. Delete your account. That is the bold statement that they made, and this is their ridiculous line in this land. Call their bluff. To those who will undoubtedly respond with touch grass or it's not a big deal, well, apparently it is a big enough deal for Nexus to permanently ban people over. And if it's not a big deal and that the pronouns are in the game, then it shouldn't be a big deal that a mod that removes them within a single player experience. As a content creator, he is embarrassed. As a gamer and a content consumer, he is outraged. This statement by Nexus is an absolute slap in the face to the content creators that built their website, the people that spent hours, days, and sometimes years working for absolutely nothing more than the joy of the experience and the passion for gaming. Don't support this arrogance, and he would like to reiterate the point that he is not choosing a side of the pronoun war. He is simply stating that Nexus has no right to dictate what you can and cannot consume.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It may be their website, it may be but it's your choice with how much you put up with. It is we, the content creators, that ultimately pay them. We drive their traffic.
But I have a question.
Pull your mods with a brief explanation and host them elsewhere. Because as far as he stated, this slippery slope does not end here. And if you do not stand up when they slap you in the face, at what point is it enough?
See, if you scroll up a little bit, I have a big question here, actually. Something that's really important is why do white people become so hat?
So what?
In the discussion, in the more discussions part, it says, why do white people become so hat?
Yeah.
Oh, right. I was going to say, I don't think I'm a hat.
You're looking for hateful.
Oh, okay. That's answered my question.
You will become hacked.
Oh,
It is inevitable.
Let's not go down that rabbit hole.
Yeah,
All your hats are belong to us.
Well, that guy is right. Censorship is wrong all around, and this should not be tolerated. I mean, it never stops.
See, I honestly feel sorry for some of the folks that have been
Caught in the middle.
dedicated creators on Nexus, because that could be them next.
Yeah. And the line in the sand is delete your account or we reserve the right to police your speech.
Yeah.
And that is a line that should not be crossed at all.
Yeah.
See, here's the thing. I can go most anywhere I want to for mods, depending on where that is. If I want, and most of the mods for Starfield that exist on the Nexus right now are batch files. And if I know what the correct commands are, and I know how to get them, funnily enough, it would take me a few hours to learn how to do the thing.
I mean, this doesn't stop at Nexus mods. ModDB actually pulled the same thing with the Spider-Man bullshit.
Yeah, I remember that one. I remember a bunch of people getting pissy about it too. I actually have a copy of that mod. I managed to find it before it got pulled off the last spot. The last spot I looked. But ModDB used to be the shit, and now not so much. The Nexus made things easier.
And
of course, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Of course, there's another way this can backfire. These people are doing mods, so either A, they're techie, or B, they know somebody who is techie. If you want to play the game with the mods in place and not have to worry about it, guess what? You take the game, host it somewhere else. They can't say shit.
Mm-hmm.
They could create competition for themselves doing this.
Oh yeah, no,
Exactly.
I mean, that's probably the least of their worries at this point. They've got enough money set aside that they can take it. They can take the hit for a while.
But the problem becomes, gentlemen, is that the necessity to become a monopoly is too tempting for Nexus mods to take.
The need, you mean, not the necessity, the need. They wish to be the be all end all of the thing, and they're encouraging us to fuck off and do something else.
I mean, what Nexus Mods is saying on the email response is that we see a need for inclusivity and diversity. But if you don't like that, you don't need to be playing video games, which is dead wrong.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing. Here's the thing. Everybody has the ability to play video games. They can. I've seen people that are, I've seen people 3/4 blind, one hand that works really well, and I've seen them play some of the most advanced shooters there are, and do it well because they know how.
And then there's that famous video of the paraplegic playing Sekiro, or near paraplegic.
The near quadriplegic. I think it was playing Sekiro with their toes.
Yeah.
I've seen all kinds of people that play these games, and they like these games. They enjoy the games. They have all the fun, and as far as anybody should be concerned, they're welcome to it. Okay. Gaming was about as an inclusive a space as you could possibly fucking get.
Oh yeah.
From the word go, is anybody that had the money to go get the thing could play the games.
Right.
And the games didn't care. Nobody else gave a shit. It didn't become like hyper important gaming everything until what? Steam? And even then it was you buy your games, you play your games, and everybody else can fuck off. It didn't, again, Steam
didn't
would
become political until
it didn't get political until what? didn't get political in this kind of area until Tumblr banned porn. Tumblr banned the porn and then scrubbed the site of all of the porn that was there. Followed immediately by, well, damn. Everybody went to Twitter and they discovered that they could get a bit better reach there.
I get mine from the Rock Rocker account.
Only
Yeah,
on OnlyFans.
My best friend always referred to Tumblr as a containment site.
You know, it did that really well, and they probably should have just stopped and dealt with that. That was Tumblr's reputation initially, anyway.
Yeah.
From the word go, Tumblr was SCP levels of containment.
And now that virus has spread.
And now the virus spread. Once they decided to add the curative, the virus spread to everybody else. They deliberately took down the containment.
What?
And now nobody bothers with Tumblr because it is an empty shell. It still exists. People still traffic it, but they traffic Twitter far, far, far more now. But they are the ones that are currently trying to gatekeep our hobby. Don't let them.
As a matter of fact,
I can play Starfield without the pronouns all I want. That doesn't make Barrett any less gay. It doesn't.
What makes this worse is that there should have been some gatekeeping. And I know this is going to be a hot cake, but there should have been some gatekeeping a long time ago.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
No, we do not. No, Anita, we do not want to pay you. That should have been the first thing. And Anita wasn't even involved in the initial Gamergate controversy. She just inserted herself.
Right.
Well,
there should have been some gatekeeping. That much is clear.
You know, if they show up and demand that I be more inclusive, I'm going to tell them to fuck off. Because I bought the first few 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons books, and they're sitting in a drawer right there collecting dust. Why? Because rudeness. There was some extreme rudeness that went on, and they've gone off. That they went off the deep end. That Hasbro made them go.
So there should have been some gatekeeping involved. We should have told them to fuck off a long time ago.
Yeah, if we told them to fuck off when all this got started, like I told you people, like Ren screamed at you people about, then we wouldn't be having nearly the problem we do now.
Well, part of the catch with that is that the people who actively brought Anita in are the higher up administrators who are either uninformed, don't care about the situation, or are scared, easily scared.
They're easily scared about the power of a woman, and I don't care what pronouns Anita goes with today.
I know that the accusation of sexism, racism, etc., is actually a very powerful thing in some places. How things going over there? How are things going over there with that, Vaughn?
What do you mean, sir?
Yeah, all the little Pakistani gangs from Rotherham and some other choice locations.
No comment.
No comment.
I don't want to get involved.
Well, here's the thing. The police were not making arrests because they didn't want to be accused of being racist. Hello, McFly. Their job is to stop the crime regardless of who the fuck's doing it.
I mean, that's not something I've heard of in the UK.
Yeah.
If anything, they're overly that way.
But then, murders are going, and in some places in London, it seems like murders are going unsolved. But heavens forfend they should find out that you said something on Twitter.
For full disclosure, I'm not responsible for those murders. Just wanted to put it out there, just in case.
I can vouch for that because
Thanks.
I hear it's someone else.
Man, that's some solid evidence.
It was a one-armed man.
That's true, and I have one.
Actually, I would blame it on Jack the Ripper.
Yeah.
That's 200 now.
Despite the fact that he's
Yeah,
200
he's
years
still
old
going
right about now.
Victim's
strong,
getting beaten
though.
to death with a Zimmer frame.
Oh,
No. Zimmer frame.
He's outlived the queen.
But the drive-by scootering that could work.
that is the top crime in the UK.
Mobility scooter hit and
Well,
runs.
actually, the actual top crime in the UK is putting the milk in first before putting the hot water for your tea.
Oh.
That's actually not
Ew.
a crime, but it should be.
It results in murders.
Actually, Loki has a story about such a hit and run scootering.
Oh.
Zimmer frame versus mobility scooter, and the Zimmer frame lost. Unfortunately,
Did the scooter get disabled?
and the individual who ran her over, the lady with the Zimmer frame, yeah, that turned out to be quite a thing. She was arrested and put on trial, etc., etc. And then a bunch of the nurses lost their licenses because they just watched this whole thing play out in slow motion.
Wow.
Dereliction of duty.
Uh,
That's what that was. It was dereliction of duty.
By the way,
I heard it. I heard it the first time and was horrified.
They said
by the way,
to do better.
I found out Ania's current pronouns. It's has been.
oh.
Oh, nice.
Didn't her show go broke recently?
Yep,
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
It didn't go woke.
completely
It
broke.
was already woke.
You see, that's just it. Feminist frequency is going bye-bye because she can't make it. She can't make the money out of it that she used to.
She can't milk Gamergate anymore.
It's dead, Jeb. Stop beating the dead horse.
She almost got 10 years out of it, which is kind of impressive when you think about it. But
Gotta respect the hustle.
no, she's still in the background making money making money behind the scenes in all of these games, because Anita has been a regular visitor to the Microsoft campus.
Oh Lord!
And was in fact seen in Bethesda, Maryland here a couple of years back.
Whoa.
Oh, now
that explains
Now
things.
things make sense.
Starfield.
Okay, so here's the deal. When Microsoft hired Anita to go over there and have a look at their operations and the game they were working on, the games they were working on, and make her recommendations to Microsoft prior to the buy. Microsoft, they said, Bethesda was in bad enough shape at that point. It was either sell themselves to Microsoft, or go out of business. ZeniMax exists for exactly because they were having a problem. They were having a problem with that.
If you're selling to Microsoft, does that count as Windows shopping?
Yeah.
Oh!
No, that's if you're buying Microsoft. That's if you're looking to buy Microsoft.
Oh, sorry.
Oh.
If you're selling yourself, if you're selling yourself to Microsoft, then that's when you get the micro shaft.
I didn't have that outlook on it.
But I tell you, you excel at puns.
Oh, thank you.
All right. So
I'll document that.
Unfortunately, this is where we're going to end things today.
Oh, we're having fun though.
I know we're having fun, but
Come on, Mom, let us play more.
So until the next time we see you, we may have a week off next week, but we'll decide. We'll let the news decide for us. So until the next time we see you, beware, the tax man cometh.
But that was then and this is now, and he's far gone. And his voice had lingered on for far too long. He said, my fearless son, you can't be stronger than them all. The birds control the sky and if the jungle likely fall. And you need an alibi just to pass by in this life. Cause your shield can't protect you from death's sight. Oh no. When he lived to fight himself, I left his spirit and body and soul. I also left my family, literally. Cause if he's not worth anything, then what do I know? I'm just a carbon copy of a damn machine.
Hello, folks. This is Morgan Freeman. This concludes our broadcast day. I'm Morgan Freeman. Good night.